Hey everybody, Joe Cortez and James Burns of FrontRowPreps.com, powered by Chicken Ranch Casino and Golden Bear Physical Therapy. Time now for our weekly predictions, brought to you by Golden Bear Physical Therapy. We're going to take a look at 5 games on this week's slate. Week 3 in the schedule. It's the fourth week of games already. We're nearing the halfway point of the season, Burnsy. Let's start with Central Catholic, 0-3 after 3 games already, going down to Southern California to take on mighty Upland.
Yeah, I don't know that we would have predicted this over the summer, that Central Catholic would be 0-3 with as much problems and really just...
We were thinking 2-1.
We were thinking 2-1, that they would be a little more polished, that one loss would come to De La Salle. But here they are 0-3 and still kind of searching for themselves. They've got guys falling down left and right. We don't know if Mania Lebo probably will not play this week.
Will not play this week.
With a head injury suffered against St. Mary's. That doesn't bode well for the Raiders. They're going down south. They're facing one of the best teams in the southern section. The Scots from Upland, they're 3-1. They have arguably one of the best top national prospects in Justin Flo, a linebacker that can just cover the entire field.
Being recruited by literally everybody in the nation.
Everyone. And they're ranked 17th in the southern section, 24th in the state. They are as good as advertised. It's going to be a long road trip for the Raiders.
You're picking the Scots. I'm going with the Scots. Yeah. That means we're picking Central Catholic to go 0-4.
That's crazy.
Heading into their VOL opener.
That's crazy.
Against Manteca the following week.
Yeah.
That'll be something else. This is kind of the week the stars come out. You mentioned Justin Flo. We're looking next at Ripon at Calaveras. Yeah. Talking about Troy Brogan from Ripon.
Yeah, Troy Brogan, a familiar name. His father obviously coached basketball at MJC. Paul Brogan played at Stanislaus State. For years we've thought of Troy as maybe an up-and-coming basketball prospect, and he has been an all-league talent for the Indians, but his body has really developed. He's added muscle to his frame, and he's become a legitimate threat through the air as a tight end and a legitimate pass rusher off the edge for the Indians. 2 touchdowns last week. He has only a handful of catches so far this season because they haven't needed him in the second half of games, but he's finished most of those in the end zone, and that bodes well for the Indians. I like the Indians going up the hill to Calaveras. They always look forward to this matchup, whether it happens in the regular season or the playoffs. I just think that they're a team. They're ranked number 2 in our area. Mm-hmm. They're a team poised for big things.
I agree. I like the Ripon Indians in this one to get it done against Calaveras. Next game, Manteca at Tracy. Things just keep getting tougher for Tracy. They're coming off a loss to Buhat Colony, a big loss to Turlock, and now they take on Manteca, again, one of the top teams in our region. They're 1-2 going up against your Buffs, 2-1.
Yeah, they're 0-2 against those teams that Jody mentioned a second ago, Buhat and Turlock. I think they go 0-3. Again, I'm a Buffalo grad, so yeah.
You can't pick Tracy.
I can't pick against Manteca. I think Manteca in this one, this is an old school Valley Oak League rivalry. Mm-hmm. I think they get up for this game. Yeah. And I think the star power is greater on Manteca's side of the ball than it is Tracy. Tracy has Logan Fife. They have an excellent talent at wide receiver. But I like that 3-headed monster that Manteca has. They're coming off a big win against Granada, and so far no one has been able to stop Jacob De Jesus. I think there could be a chance for a lot of points this week. We may be staring at a game similar to Tracy versus Buhat Colony, but I think Manteca comes out on top.
And the 3-headed monster you're talking about is De Jesus, quarterback Ryan Ward,
and Trayvon Russell.
Yeah. Okay, next game, Sheldon at the aforementioned Turlock. Turlock tied with Buhat Colony as our top team in the region, although the Tracy coach told us otherwise. He said Turlock is the team because he's faced them both.
And I think this week, we talked about the rankings. We felt like this week was a perfect opportunity for Turlock to really cement itself as the number 1 team, going up against a Sheldon team from Sacramento that's been in the playoffs. They're 2-1. They're coming off a big win against Kennedy. They have a big back, averaging 170 yards. Layden Johnson, 5'10", 190 pounds. This will be a good test for Turlock, and we felt like if Turlock could get past Sheldon, be 3-1, that they have a legitimate, shot at being the number 1.
The number 1 team in our region outright.
Yeah.
I don't like that back's chances coming to Turlock to run against that defense. That defense is, as our old friend Tony Lewis of Merced College used to say, salty. Our main event of the night. Yeah. Escalon, undefeated, the top-ranked school in our small school rankings, taking on Downey, also 3-0. Yeah. Large school team. Who do you like?
Yeah, this one is This one is two programs that have a rich tradition in winning. Downey, especially since Jeremy Pla has taken over, contrasting styles of play. Escalon is rooted in that run base, that wing offense, whereas Downey under Pla just likes to air it out. What's funny about this matchup is that we've seen this year, okay, Escalon under Andrew Beam, they're starting to throw the ball more. They're embracing the passing attack with Ty Harris, whereas Downey is starting to win games with Robert Rivera, their running back. You know, it comes down, the essential question for me is, can a small school team, as talented as Escalon may be, can they compete with the athletes and the sheer number of bodies that a large school team has, especially a large school contender like Downey? I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it's Downey's playing on their home turf. I believe it's homecoming night, so there's going to be an extra buzz in the air. And they're 3-0, and they're feeling pretty. They've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves with the teams that they've come through. You know, beating Manteca and beating Merced last week.
Bryce Gowker, quarterback Bryce Gowker, and wide receiver Lawrence Harris. A fabulous combination already this year.
Unbelievable.
They're playing this game, like you mentioned, at Chuck Hughes Stadium on the turf. If they were playing at Lloyd Ingle in that grass, it would be about as thick as this.
Up to your knees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might pick the Cougars, but I'm going to go with Downey. You like Downey, I like Downey. We both like Turlock. We both like Manteca. Yep. We're both on Ripon, and we both like Upland to send Central Catholic to 0-4. Who'd have thought? So that's a look at just our picks for just a few of the games this week. For the rest of our selections, be sure to visit frontrowpreps.com, powered by Chicken Ranch Casino and Golden Bear Physical Therapy. For James Burns, I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for stopping by.